But let me start with a very short question answer. In one sentence, what is the biggest strength of Nepal-Australia student recruitment relationship today?
Thank you, Mahesh, and good evening, everyone. I think the foundation of this relationship basically is the trust that's been built over decades. And today, I think it's strengthened by the aspiring, global-minded students of Nepal and Australia's world-class education system, notable alumni networks. I think all these factors combined are the biggest strength of this relationship today.
That's a very short and sweet answer. Thank you for that. I'd like to ask Mr. Anup Shrestha, who is from Adelaide University, one of the group of 8 universities, of course. What is the most impactful step agents can take to ensure high-quality applications from Nepal?
Good evening, everyone. In terms of quality, this is what is most of the universities' big concern at the moment. So I would say if we do a rigorous pre-screening before submitting the application of the students, I'm sure the quality will be maintained. Especially when we counsel or when we submit the application, make sure the students are well-informed, well qualified, as well as fully documented. If we do that, the rejection rate will be less. And ultimately, the credibility of the agents will be obviously increased among the institutions. And finally, that will definitely make Nepal as one of the source country for quality and caliber students. Thank you.
All right, so my another question goes to Mr. Alkayet from Macquarie University, which is one of the most renowned university in Australia. In your view, what is the most common gap between the student expectations and reality in Australia?
Very good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mahesh. I would say here I can share my experience as an international student when I was there in Australia. When as an international student goes there, first shock is the high living expense in Australia. It's a big shock. Second thing is the cultural adjustment. From here, we from a South Asian country, a culture to go to a developed country. It's a big cultural adjustment I can see there. And third thing is, as a student, when they go there, our teaching style in this South Asia is a bit different than the teaching style in Australia. So teaching adjustment is another major part that what we expect and what we see in the reality.
Okay, so while we bid farewell to Dr. Swarnim Wagle, I'd like to refer one of his points and ask the question on the same ground. Nepal is equally diversified and we are geographically very, very rich. That's what I can say from my experience of traveling to the cities of Nepal. So my question to Ms. Subhi Pradhan from Southern Cross University, which is one of the very renowned regional universities, best known as regional universities, having its presence all over Australia. If you had to choose one untapped city or region in Nepal with a strong student potential, which would it be?
Thank you so much. I would say Biratnagar. Why I say Biratnagar is it's the second largest city after Kathmandu. And it does have the upper and middle class affluent business owners, making it as because it's the industrial hub and a commercial hub in Kathmandu. Now, having said that, we do have the cross-border influence from Indian state and different districts in Nepal as well. So there is a spillover of recruitment in Biratnagar, where these students actually come to Biratnagar and do higher education. Now, as per the data, we have seen around 176 schools that has CBSE and ISC running in Biratnagar, and about 39 different institutions affiliated with TU and PU. So I would say Biratnagar.
All right. It's nice to get the insights from the education providers so that our agent members can also focus on those cities. Okay, this is the end of the short questions. Now, I'd like to move on to the next section of my panel discussion, which is the elaborative question. Now, you will have some moment to breathe and then answer in 2 to 3 minutes for my questions, for my next question. From Navitas group, Ms. Shristy Bhattarai, I'd like to ask, Navitas is actually a group, not a single university. So it partners with multiple institutions, multiple universities across Australia. How do you ensure consistent compliance and ethical recruitment practices across the diverse agent networks in Nepal?
Thank you, Mahesh. I think that's a really important question. Yes, working with multiple institutions does mean navigating through different compliance frameworks and expectations. However, for us, how we see this is no matter which college a student applies to, compliance and ethics are non-negotiable. And we work closely with our agent partners in Nepal, providing them clear guidelines, training, thorough application checks, and data-driven performance monitoring. To put it in simple words, I would say we don't see compliance or GS as a box-ticking exercise. We see it as a shared responsibility for everyone, each one of the stakeholders that's involved, because we believe that every student's journey in Australia should start with transparency and integrity. So just to sum it up, when there's a zero tolerance approach to misconduct, I think things get aligned very easily despite how many other colleges or institutions we work with.
Now moving on to Adelaide University, Mr. Anup Shrestha. Adelaide University actually attracts top talent globally, which is a well-known fact. What specific strategies do you see working in Nepal to diversify the student intake into less saturated courses and campuses?
Thank you, sir. So as you said, Adelaide University is a group of 8 university, and Nepal is a price-sensitive market as well. So we are obviously not doing too many activities regularly, but what we are doing currently to attract top talent from Nepal is some of the, I would say, first thing is mainly our, initially it was difficult, I would say, because group of 8 is still not famous in Nepal due to the price range. And quality, not only quality, even the brand awareness was important. Initially, we obviously went through our agents for the brand awareness, why they should go to Group of 8 University, what they get if they go to Group of 8 universities, what are the future career options they will get after their graduation. So this was important during the initial phase. And now slowly we are getting good number of students as well as we are getting referrals. Those who went to Group of 8 University, especially I'll talk about Adelaide University. University of Adelaide now, because Adelaide University will be starting in 2026, so we can't really talk much about Adelaide University, but I will obviously relate with University of Adelaide. Second thing is we are only focusing for high in-demand programs, not like traditional nursing and businesses only. Something like AI, machine learning, data science, engineering programs, health science programs. We're getting students for those programs. Also, we also have a student support system in Adelaide. We have Nepalese Student Association. So if we have a new students looking for, get the direct information from current students, we are connecting with them. This is also helping us to get quality students from Nepal. And ultimately, we are closely working with top-notch institution in Kathmandu. To be honest with you, we haven't explored much in other cities due to the obviously price range of the university. But in near future, we are planning to explore other cities as well. So these strategies, especially these strategies within Group of 8 University, especially Adelaide University, University of Adelaide, it is working for us. And we are recruiting a good number of students. I would not say we don't go for quantity, of course. We go for qualities. So we don't have massive numbers in University of Adelaide, but we are satisfied with the number of Nepalese top talent coming to University of Adelaide. So these are some of the strategies we are following. Thank you.
All right. So when it comes to education, the employability factor also comes alongside. My question to Mr. Alkayet from Macquarie University is, you are well known for innovation and employability. So what collaborative initiatives with Nepali agents would strengthen student preparedness for Australian job market?
Thank you, Mahesh. For here, I would like to tell one thing. When international students goes to Australia, for the job market, they do not need to, they don't only compete with their other international students, they also compete with the domestic students as well, because they will be going in the job sector as well. When in Australia, we have seen that students all started their job very early career, like 13 or 14 years in McDonald's. Some of the Australian ministers, they have started their career in McDonald's as well. So it's a big thing. So, but here in our part of the world, we do not start our job very early that side. So in this regards, I would say that if our students, if they involve in extracurricular activities like different sort of clubs or volunteering jobs, so that they know that how to deal with professionally with a company. For an example, they can work sports club, they can work the debate club, so their communication would be better. So these are the factors that our Nepali agents can talk when they go to the institution to promote Australian higher education. Also, some soft skills also required when students are going to Australia, like we always say that spew Excel courses, presentation in Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. So if they have these sort of soft skills, it will help. Also in Macquarie University, how we help the students, that our university is providing work integrated learning system, and also all the undergrad degrees are built in internships as well. These things help our students to get job ready while they are after completing their education. So these things I would say would be helpful for the students while they are selecting Australia for their higher education. Thank you.
All right. Every university has got its own niche. So talking about Southern Cross University, your niche areas covers the strong offerings like environmental science and health. So how can agents in Nepal better match students with these lesser known but higher opportunity programs?
In Nepal, your students and parents are usually very segregated into a narrow set of courses such as business and IT. But the real growth that you see is in these niche programs. Now, you mentioned environmental science, you mentioned healthcare, but I would also add in teaching and in healthcare sector, for example, naturopathic medicine. I'm not sure people here actually know about naturopathic medicine because it's to be traditional medicine. So a lot of the students, when they actually come from, say, Nepal or India or anywhere, they have done traditional medicine in their home country, but they end up going for a Masters of Public Health. Now, why that happens is because we don't have a lot of exposure. We haven't brought that particular course into life. So as an agent, and that's where agent and university collectively comes into play, where we have to bring those courses to life through exposure. And that is to create awareness. Now, how we do that is when faculties come down to Nepal or faculties say Nepal, we need to have career talks. We need to have a partnership. When we have partnerships in Nepal, I think we need to have those kind of webinars and events with agents, with students to make sure that these information is going out. Now, that information should not go out in grade 12 or in the last year of bachelor's. This is what I have actually informed in the high school forum as well that when I went the other day as well, that we need to start early. In high school, it has to be early, that is from grade 9 onwards. I'm not sure if agents are actually doing that, but I would encourage students, agents and universities collectively to start early. So yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay, so these are the facts that all of our AAERI Nepal members should be mindful of while counseling the students. And someone told me yesterday that we actually play the role of matchmaker. It's like a marriage bureau, but we can't guarantee that the divorce won't happen. But we have to do all our, checkings and compliance and everything done. That's what the universities believe on us. And we have to actually pick the students in the right course, in the right university, going to the right city and everything. So we have got an immense responsibility in our soldier as well. So now some fun time. I have got the rapid fire questions for all of you. So the rapid fire questions include a question, expecting the answer just in one word, one phrase, or maximum one sentence. So are you ready for that? All right. I'll ask 5 questions to each of the panelists, and you can take some time to think, but I expect the early response. All right? So to Ms. Shristy Bhattarai from Navitas, I've got 5 questions for you. All right. So number 1 for you is, which Navitas partner institution do you see the most growth from Nepal?
It'd be tough to pick one, and I think it'd be really unfair to pick one. However, based on, I think, students' preferences and everything, I'd say La Trobe.
La Trobe University,
University,
based in
yeah.
Melbourne, Australia, and you have the campus in Sydney.
Sydney as well, yeah.
Okay, great. And one program area you feel Nepali students are still overlooking or ignoring?
I think it's STEM adjacent programs. Somehow students, Australia-bound students, do not look into STEM adjacent programs. And also program, like say as an example, supply chain. A huge employability potential there, but I somehow feel it's still underlooked.
Biggest challenge in ensuring consistent student quality across multiple institutions? That was the previous question.
Previous question as well, yes. I'll just stretch on the same point that I made earlier. So different entry points, yes, but at the end of the day, the end goal is the same. Aligning all of those is a bit tricky. Yes, I'm not going to say it's not, but it's not impossible.
If Navitas could launch a new pathway in Nepal, let's say tonight, what would it focus on?
I think we would focus on emerging disciplines, like let's say future-focused disciplines, like sustainable energy or renewable energy, urban planning, so that it creates the degree along with work-integrated learning maybe, so that it would create a direct pathway for Nepalese students to the global skills and demand, work demand.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. Audience, what do you think? Did she pass the rapid fire question? I think she was a bit lengthy, but still she covered most of the issues. It was precise, thank you so much. To Mr. Anup Shrestha from University of Adelaide, to be Adelaide University, of course, it's in transition. One reason you believe top Nepali students should choose Adelaide University?
So world-class education for the pathway to global opportunities. I would say if they are coming for ranking, research, reputation, recognitions, and comprehensive and accessible programs, then they should come to Adelaide University.
Okay. So Adelaide is an interesting city, but I'd like to know, is there any most under-enrolled but high opportunity program at your university?
At Adelaide, we are getting few, but I would mention AI machine learning, because AI machine learning at Adelaide University is designed by Australian Institute for Machine Learning. They are second in the world for computer vision, 7 in the world for AI, and they're very famous for research on AI, machine learning, deep learning, and all these interesting topics. So I think our students should come for that particular program.
All right. And can you suggest one academic skill Nepali students most need to improve before starting at Adelaide University?
I would say self-directed learning and time management.
If you could expand outreach in one region of Nepal, where would it be?
As I said earlier, we are focusing only in Kathmandu, but if we had to go to any other cities, I would say Pokhara, because in Pokhara, obviously, we have a lot of reputed institutions and accessible, as well as the students are well prepared, especially financially.
And you can have real fun while marketing there as well, right? Okay. One thing you wish agents did differently when presenting Adelaide University's strengths?
So I would say instead of talking about prestige and visa success rate, I'm sure our agents are doing it right, but to all the agents who are promoting University of Adelaide or Adelaide University in future, we should focus on a unique program we offer, as well as work-integrated learning, a direct entry to the research, a excellent student service, as well as the job after the graduations. I think they should focus on this kind of topics.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Anup. So I'd like now to move on to Mr. Alkayet. So one reason Macquarie graduates stand out to Australian employers?
Strong communication skills and work-integrated learning system.
A single program you think should attract more Nepali students?
It's very difficult to say, but I would say business analytics, because Macquarie's business is very well reputed with the professional accreditation. Though it's a business course, but it is accredited by Australian Computer Society. So IT accreditation is there. But nowadays it's growing, how you could say, civil engineering.
And how do you want to partner with the industry stakeholders to inspire other universities as well?
Here, I would like to add one example that our Macquarie University Medical School. So we partnered with Apollo India for the job placement for our Doctor of Medicine students. So students who are completing Doctor of Medicine, they will be getting internships in Apollo India for 6 months to 1 year internship.
That's excellent. So it's like international experience at the same
Exactly.
time while studying. All right. The final question for you is, if you had to give Nepali students one piece of advice for career readiness, what would it be?
I would say when they go to Australia, they should increase their communication skill, and also they will start doing networking with the local Australians. So that will help their in future for their job and a business, whatever we could say. So they should start networking with the local Australians. Thank
All
you.
right, that was very precise. Thank you so much. I think you passed the test as well. Now my question goes to Ms. Subhi Pradhan. First one is, would you like to highlight one Southern Cross program that offers exceptional career prospects but is also, under-promoted in Nepal? There's so many courses like that. So one program?
Masters of Teaching, because Australian government has projected about 12.4% increase in education and training, creating about 150,000 jobs by 2034.
Why I'm highlighting the under-promoted programs time and again is everyone is after business, IT, and all the common programs. So it's time that we explore the niche program and explore our career opportunities beyond that. Second question to you is, key advantage of studying at the regional campus in Australia?
Smaller class sizes.
All right. I've been to your campus in Lismore. So it is quite nice to see the campus in the hill, and then you can see around the city. So that was quite nice. Hustling and bustling places like Sydney and Melbourne, you can get a sigh of relief when you reach there. But I also feel that you can't be there all the time. So maybe you can, change places for your test as well. But it's really good to complete your studies there. Even my daughter is studying in the regional area in Australia. She's studying at the Wollongong at the moment. So she shares her unique experience of having the beach side from her balcony, and she can walk to the beach. It's very near to the apartment she's staying. So that's a wonderful opportunity, of course. Another question for you is, most common misconception Nepali students have about regional universities?
The universities in regional universities are second tier, or regional location are a village.
As per the Australian government's classification, Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane are cities, and all other are regional now. So even maybe Adelaide and other cities are also regional. But at the same time, there are the real regional places like Lismore, but they are very nice to spend, study student life as well. If Southern Cross would create a new scholarship for Nepalese students, which is in huge demand, of course, so what would it target?
I would target women, so I would say women in STEM.
Okay, so it's a very interesting perspective. We always target the, high merit students, but at the same time, we have to balance the diversification as well. Last question for you is, what is the one support service that Southern Cross offers that student value the most?
The first year program Abatil.
All right. So that is very precise as well. To sum up the panel discussion, I have something to show to you. It's not the new fact, but summing up, I'd like to highlight that as of June 2024, approximately 200,000 individuals born in Nepal were residing in Australia, which is a huge diaspora. So the number is increasing. At the same time, it's becoming challenging to manage them there. And Australian government always focuses on sustainable growth. That's why the new planning level announcement has actually increased the number rather than decreasing it. So the number for 2026 is already announced at 295,000 total international students, which was just 270,000 in the year 2025. So the sustainability is evident, but it's up to Nepal how we can actually match our sustainable compliance to that expectation of the Australian government. I had the second one as well, which shows that we are actually increasing, we are growing. So in the 22-23, our visa success rate was just 65.2%, whereas in 23-24 fiscal year, it was 56%. That was the turbulent time, of course, but 24-25 as of June end, it is 93.6%, which is one of the highest. So the challenge is we have to maintain this sustainably, and the huge challenge lies on the shoulder of the agents as well as the education providers. So we have to work hand in hand and maintain this sustainability. So this ends our panel discussion.